Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Be careful how you think. Today, I want to share with you under this title that I have dreamed on the 31st of January 2022. This is what I have dreamed. Allow the desire that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. Allow the dream that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. This, it may sound like it's an easy thing that you can do, but there are challenges. There are thoughts that are ready to take your mind far from the desire that God has put inside of you, far from the dream that God has put inside of you. Look at your life. What controls you is the thought that you've allowed to flow in your mind, and that thought is taking you nowhere. Slowly, you were supposed to be controlled by the desire that God has put inside of you. You were supposed to be controlled by the dream that God has put inside of you. Wake up from sleeping. Time is not on your side. Allow the desire that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. Allow the dream that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. Somebody may ask this question: how do you allow your desire to flow in your mind? How do you allow your dream to flow in your mind? Is by your imagination. Allow that dream. Give yourself a time to imagine that dream. Because if you are giving yourself a time to imagine that dream, your dream will not be in the same level that it was in last year, February. That is why in Power of Imagination DT, I was saying this: how far can you go with your imagination? Because your dream, it needs your imagination. I was showing you that we were using a black and white TV. Somebody had to look at the black and white TV and imagine, come up with the color feeling. Again, somebody had to look at the biggest TV that we used to use and imagine, come up with the flat screen. So even to your dream, you need your imagination to go to another level, to another level. You need to use your imagination. For your dream to grow, it needs your imagination. So allow the desire that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. Allow the dream that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. Look at this. Your heart is like a ground. Your dream is like a seed that needs to be in a good ground. So how do you make your heart a good ground? It's making sure that you don't put negative thought in your heart, because negative thought are like thorns that will disturb your dream to grow. So be careful what you're hearing. Be careful what you are meditating on, for the sake of your dream to grow. Now, let's read together from the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 33. It says, make a tree good, and its fruit will be good. Or make a tree bad, and its fruit will be bad. For a tree is recognized by its fruit. You, brood of viper, how can you who are evil say anything good? For out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. heart? Are you putting good thoughts in your heart? Because you're gonna have a good tree. Are you putting bad thought in your mind? Because you're gonna have bad tree. That is why I say, allow the dream that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind, because it will grow and give good fruits to you. Because the phone that you're using today is a fruit from a tree of somebody's dream. The laptop that you're using is a fruit from a tree of somebody's dream. The car that you're driving is a fruit from the tree of somebody's dream. The keyboard, the bass guitar, the leading guitar, the drums, the sound that you're using is a fruit from a tree of somebody's dream. Be careful what you're putting in your heart. You want good thing, but you're putting bad thing in your heart. When you put bad thing, you're gonna have a bad tree. That is why I say this. Allow the desire that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. Allow the dream that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind, for you to have the fruits that you are imagining. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21, it says, death and life is in the power of your tongue. With your tongue you can make a tree good and get good fruits. With your tongue you can make a tree bad and get bad fruits. Death and life is in the power of your tongue. Watch your tongue. Death and life is in the power of your tongue. Be careful what you say about your life. Death and life is in the power of your tongue. Be careful what you say about your life. Death and life is in the power of your tongue. Be careful what you say about your life. Death and life is in the power of your tongue. Be careful what you say about your life. If you read the end of that verse, it says, those who love it will eat its fruits. What kind of fruit do you want to eat? Bad fruit or good fruit? It's up to you, because death and life is in the power of your tongue. Allow the desire that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind. Allow the dream that God has put inside of you to flow in your mind, because the dream that God has given you is a good dream that will help you help even people who are around you.